Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope. And this one is for you, Aquarius. Happy birthday. Whether it's at the end of January or coming up this month, I hope you have a great one. The sun will be shining in your sign through the 17th, making the first part of the month an ideal time to get out and about. And in general, the first half of February is going to be the optimal time to make those connections. Things are really going to slow down mid-month. There's a Mercury retrograde coming up that I'll tell you about. But your love life is kind of highlighted in this month's astrology. We've got Venus moving into Aries on the 7th. This is really accenting communications, and your communications with someone who is a partner or someone you've had your eye on can really heat up around this time. It can be a very exciting energy. Existing relationships can experience a resurgence of passion under this astrology, but be mindful not to let competitive vibes cause tension. That's some of the shadow side of Aries has to do with being a little bit competitive. You want to motivate and encourage each other. A little playful, friendly competition is a good thing, but don't let it get out of hand because people's feelings can get hurt under this astrology. So we've got Mars moving into Capricorn on the 15th. And this is going to help you to really get organized in regards to a personal vision. Get your ducks in a row. The second half of the month is an ideal time to think about some of the things that you want to accomplish, what resources are needed. We're getting a big push next month. Once we clear Mercury retrograde, we're going to be hitting this beautiful Aries new moon later in March that is going to really give us the boost we've been waiting for some of these new beginnings. So keep that in mind. We've got the full moon this month in the sign of Leo. That is highlighting your partnership area of your chart. This can be quite exciting, fun. It can also be a little bit dramatic. Leo, when expressed at a full moon, is sometimes out of balance energy. People tend to make mountains out of molehills. If this starts happening, take a step back and realize the energy is going to calm a couple of days after the full moon. Things are brought to light at full moons so that we can address them, but it's often important not to react right away. Step back and see what you think. And it could involve matters of the heart. Now, just bring a spirit of generosity to your interactions with others. That's a really positive Leo trait. Playfulness, fun, and humor. That's going to help out a lot around this time. Now, Mercury retrograde. This is something I mentioned. It's officially retrograde on February 16th. We could feel it as early as the 2nd when the shadow phase begins, but the exact dates are February 16th through March the 9th. Now, during this time, it's going to be important to be very careful with finances. This is the part of your chart it's accenting. It's not a good time for big ticket purchases or big financial commitments. Sometimes something breaks and you have to buy something, or you get that job offer. You know, if you do enter into a financial agreement or commitment, just try to leave yourself some room for renegotiation. It's best to avoid getting things set in stone during a Mercury retro cycle because your circumstances will shift and you'll see it differently once we get out of the retrograde. Now, it is a great time to review your budget and your resources. It's an excellent time for that. So you can really use it to get your financials in order, prepare for the new year, maybe get your taxes prepared. That's actually supported. So this month's new moon on the 23rd, it's going to be Pisces. This is also a financial new moon for you. It's highlighting that area. And whenever a new moon falls during a Mercury retrograde cycle, I really emphasize the releasing energies. New moons are times for endings and beginnings. And during a retrograde cycle, it's really not the best time for new beginnings. So you can certainly write down your intentions regarding that, but you probably won't get started until after the retrograde. Things will just feel a little blocked in that area, but what you can do is research what you want to do. You can also let go of blocks. And because Pisces has this psychological component to it, I think it's going to be a great new moon to release any psychological blocks related to finances. Maybe there's this hidden fear of success or prosperity. It's time to examine that. It's a great time to look at your budget and to set some goals in that area, especially if it involves less spending. Maybe it's time to let go of some material possessions. These are all Pisces related themes. So think about what you can do with that new moon. There's a lot of productive things you can do with this month's astrology, including the Mercury retrograde. And I hope you have a wonderful birthday month if it's this month. And if you'd like to see your video horoscope every month, we have a membership at janspiller.com. I hope you'll check it out. There's low monthly membership, and you get access to video horoscopes every month, as well as a ton of articles that I prepare that give you a heads up on the upcoming astrology. So I hope you have a great month, and I'll see you back here in March with your horoscope.